You've seen them darting around your feeder, but did you know your chickadees remember your face and recall thousands of hiding spots, even in winter? Picture this: a chickadee recognizing you by sight, not sound. Imagine a bird that can hold a mental map of your yard like a tiny feathered geographer. Stay to the end, because we'll reveal how they do it, and how you can help them remember you forever. Number 1. The chickadee's amazing memory is a marvel of nature. Imagine a bird with a brain the size of a pebble, yet it can remember thousands of hiding spots, like a tiny feathered librarian with a perfect index card system. These birds, specifically black-capped chickadees, have a hippocampus that's 20% larger than other birds, giving them an edge in spatial recall. This remarkable ability helps them survive harsh winters by remembering where they stored food. What this means for you is that every time you see a chickadee darting around your yard, it's not just foraging, it's a memory master at work. Their brain is a powerhouse of efficiency and precision. This memory isn't just about numbers, it's about survival. Chickadees can recall the exact location of a cached nut even after 5 months, a feat that rivals the memory of some mammals. This ability is especially vital in regions where food is scarce during winter, and the chickadee's brain adapts by growing new neurons in the hippocampus. In your own backyard, this means that these little birds are not only smart but incredibly resourceful. They use spatial memory the way humans use maps, navigating their world with remarkable accuracy. Their brain is a testament to evolution's ingenuity. You might even find yourself watching them with a new sense of admiration for their mental agility. But how do they do it with such a small brain? The answer lies in their ability to store and retrieve information efficiently. The Cornell Lab of Ornithology has noted that chickadees use a unique form of spatial memory, almost like a mental map. Their brain can expand and contract depending on the season, a phenomenon that's rare in the animal kingdom. This adaptability means that your backyard is more than just a feeding ground. It's a place of learning and memory for these tiny birds. What this means for you is that you're witnessing a natural marvel in action. And just imagine what other secrets these birds might hold, waiting to be uncovered in the next chapter of their story. Number 2. Chickadees are watching you more closely than you think. These tiny birds don't just flutter around your yard, they're actually learning your face, just like you learned theirs. A 2019 study published in PNAS revealed that chickadees can recognize human faces with the same accuracy as some primates. Their visual cortex is the key, processing details like eye placement and nose shape to distinguish one person from another. What this means for you is that your presence in their world is more meaningful than you might realize. These birds are not just visitors, they're observers, and they remember. When you walk into your yard, chickadees don't react the same way to everyone. Researchers at the University of Washington found that these birds use facial features like eye placement and nose shape to identify individuals. If you're someone they've seen before, they'll show less fear and more curiosity. This ability suggests a level of cognitive complexity that goes beyond basic survival instincts. Chickadees are not only identifying you, they're associating your face with positive experiences. This connection may influence their behavior around you in unexpected ways, making your yard feel more like home for them. Imagine a chickadee that knows your face as well as you know your own. These birds have the ability to recognize and remember human faces, which is a rare trait in the animal kingdom. The way they react to familiar people, by showing less fear and more interest, hints at a deeper level of social intelligence. This is just the beginning of what we can learn about their world. What if other birds also have their own ways of recognizing and remembering us? The next secret may change how you see your backyard birds forever. Number 3. The role of cache recovery. Did you know that chickadees don't just hide food and forget about it? These clever birds use a recovery strategy, like a mini treasure hunt, to find their hidden meals again. They don't rely on memory alone. They create a mental map of where they've stashed food. Think of it like a tiny GPS in their brains, constantly updating as they move around your yard. This strategy helps them retrieve food even after days have passed. Understanding this behavior gives you a new perspective on the little scavengers in your backyard. What makes this recovery strategy even more fascinating is the way chickadees use the environment around them. They rely on landmarks like trees and rocks, much like humans use street signs to navigate. A study from the University of California found that these birds are incredibly precise in their mapping abilities. Imagine them flying from one hiding spot to another, mentally tracking the location of each cache. This isn't random searching, it's a methodical process. What this means for you is that your yard is more than just a feeding ground. It's a dynamic world of memory and strategy that you can observe up close. Even more impressively, chickadees adjust their recovery routes based on time of day and season, as noted by the National Audubon Society. This shows an amazing level of adaptability. On a cold morning, they might revisit their caches more frequently to ensure they have enough food. In the summer, they might spread out their search as their food needs change. It's a silent, daily dance between survival and strategy. And there's still more to uncover about how these birds navigate your backyard, so keep watching and you'll see the hidden world that unfolds right in front of you. Number 4. The chickadee's brain and memory. Picture this: a tiny bird with a mind as sharp as a winter's edge. In the cold months, their brains actually grow larger, especially the part responsible for memory. This isn't just a random change, it's a survival strategy. Chickadees need to remember where they've hidden thousands of seeds, and their brain adapts to help them do it. The hippocampus, a key memory center, swells by up to 30% in the winter thanks to new neurons. What this means for you is that the birds in your yard may be more clever than you ever imagined. This brain growth is not just about size, it's about function. The chickadee's hippocampus is like a high-tech filing cabinet for hidden food caches, and during winter, it's upgraded to handle more data. These birds aren't just finding food, they're mapping out a mental landscape of their territory with pinpoint accuracy. Each new neuron helps them remember not only where they've buried seeds, but also which ones are more likely to survive the snow. This is a feat of biological engineering, one that lets them thrive in environments where others would starve. Their memory isn't just impressive, it's essential for serve. Their memory isn't just impressive. What makes this even more fascinating is that this brain growth is temporary. As spring arrives, the extra neurons are pruned away, returning the brain to its usual size. This seasonal transformation is a remarkable example of neuroplasticity in the wild. The chickadee's brain is like a muscle. It strengthens with use and adapts to the demands of the season. You might not see this change in your yard, but the next time you spot a chickadee, remember that it's carrying a brain built for memory and survival. And just imagine what other secrets their minds might hold when the seasons change again. Number 5. Chickadees and human interaction reveal a surprising bond that goes beyond mere curiosity. These birds are not just casual visitors to your yard. They can form lasting relationships with the people who feed them. A 2021 study by the Cornell Lab of Ornithology found that chickadees who are regularly fed by humans become more inquisitive and less wary of people. This behavior suggests they are learning to trust and associate humans with safety and nourishment. What this means for you is that by simply offering food and maintaining a calm presence, you can become a familiar and even cherished figure in their daily lives. This connection can create a unique bond that transforms your yard into a place of mutual trust and recognition. Chickadees do not just recognize your face. They can remember who is friendly and who is not. In your yard, these birds may distinguish between individuals based on their appearance and even their voice. This ability helps them navigate human environments with confidence, knowing which people are safe to approach. Their behavior is not random. It is a learned response shaped by repeated positive interactions with you. You might notice them coming closer, chirping in a way that feels almost like a greeting, or even waiting near your window for a chance to interact. This level of recognition demonstrates a level of intelligence that is both fascinating and heartwarming. What's more, these birds may even respond to your voice with specific behaviors, like flying closer or calling back in a way that feels like a conversation. This interaction is more than just feeding. It's a mutual exchange of trust and familiarity. Chickadees who interact regularly with humans often show a distinct preference for the people who care for them. making your yard a sanctuary for them. As they grow more comfortable, you might find them exploring your garden or even sitting on your hand. This bond is a beautiful example of how wildlife can form meaningful relationships with us. But what other surprises are waiting in your backyard when it comes to these clever little birds? Number 6. The way you feed chickadees can shape the bond between your yard and these clever birds. By keeping a consistent feeding schedule, you become a familiar and trusted presence. Chickadees are highly social and rely on memory to recognize reliable food sources. The National Wildlife Federation notes that this consistency helps them associate your face with nourishment. Over time, they'll begin to approach you with confidence and curiosity. What this means for you is that you're not just feeding birds, you're building a relationship. To make your feeder even more appealing, try offering a variety of food types. Sunflower seeds are a favorite, but suet can also attract chickadees during colder months. Rotating your offerings helps keep their interest and ensures they get a balanced diet. Chickadees are known for their ability to remember hundreds of food locations, so variety makes your yard feel like a treasure trove to them. This isn't just about feeding them, it's about creating a space where they feel safe and valued. Your choices matter more than you might realize. Planting native trees and shrubs adds a layer of security and comfort for chickadees. These plants provide shelter, nesting spots, and a natural food source, making your yard more than just a stop for them. It becomes a home. Chickadees are more likely to return to places where they feel safe and supported. Your yard is now a sanctuary that nurtures them through the seasons. This bond you're building could lead to years of rewarding interactions. What if you could watch them grow, learn, and even raise their young right in your own backyard? The possibilities are endless. You sit quietly by the window, your breath held in the stillness of the morning. The chickadee lands on the sill, its dark eyes meeting yours with a gaze that feels like a secret being shared. In that moment, you are no longer just an observer. You are part of something ancient and sacred. The bird sees you, not as a stranger, but as a companion in the quiet dance of life. It is a reminder that even the smallest creatures hold the power to transform our hearts and open our eyes to the magic of the world. In that brief, fragile moment, the world seems to pause. The chickadee is more than a creature. It is a mirror reflecting your own quiet longing for connection. Science may tell us how its brain remembers your face, but your heart knows something deeper, something that speaks of belonging and wonder. You feel it in your chest, a soft warmth that echoes the rhythm of the earth and the pulse of life. This is more than a bond between species. It is a sacred alliance, a reminder that the wild is not far away, but right here in the everyday, in the ordinary, in the ordinary, in the ordinary, in the extraordinary moments we never expect. Now that you know how chickadees remember your face and find hidden food, we'd love to hear from you. Have you ever noticed a chickadee recognizing you? Or maybe they've started coming to your feeder more regularly after you've spent time with them? Share your stories in the comments below. We're all here to learn together. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.